Divas, Lindsay Jones, the Party Plan Coach, coming to you for Party Plan Divas TV. Today we're going to be talking about Hostess Folders. Now, a couple months ago I did a video on Hostess Packets. This is kind of the step before that. The Hostess folder is actually your folder, what you're going to keep. It's going to help you get organized. It's going to help you keep all the information at your fingertips. And I'm going to show you how to use this to be able to do your hostess coaching even if you're on the go. So all of these templates are available in our template library if you're a member of Party Plan Divas, or you can purchase just the set as an immediate download, and I'll give you the details on that at the end. So hostess folders are exactly what they sound like, a folder. I use the 3-cut manila folders so that when I file these I can see right away and be able to find who it is that I'm looking for. The first thing that you do is write the name of your hostess, the date that you had the party, and I normally write her phone number underneath, but I make sure that her name and the date is very prominent, because if you have someone who calls and says, oh, I was at Ashley so-and-so's party, or I was at party on the 19th, either way you can see who it is that that you're looking for. And I always file these chronologically by the date as they are done. So I'm going to open this up. The first thing that I have in here is the contents of the hostess packet. Now, we went over that in the other one, but I'm going to do this briefly. I have our Tale of Two Hostesses, which is a really cute little poem that kind of gives a great perspective on what's important when you're hosting a party and what's not. I have the guest list, which of course is the most important piece of paper in here, and that's what I always tell my hostesses. I make sure I get that back. That's going to keep your cancellations down, going to increase your attendance, and it's going to give you a no-show list, which we'll talk about. The cancellation policy, which there are mixed emotions on whether you should have one of these or not. I always have one. The purpose of a cancellation policy is, of course, never to have to use it. It more of just is an opportunity for you to say it's a party for you, but it's a business for me. And so, it's kind of a let me know if you can't hold the party kind of thing. 50 guests in 5 minutes, just kind of a memory jogger for people who are making out their guest list. And then what I call a pre-party game. So there's scavenger hunts, party squares, whichever one you want to use. So I keep that in here when I go and go to Office Depot and make all of my copies. I go ahead and put everything into my hostess folder. But this is the part that we're going to talk about today, and these are the 2 hostess worksheets that, again, is in the template library. So this first one, you can see up here, you're going to do your party date, your hostess, where it booked from, so that if you need to send a thank you, or if you're wanting to track who's online or Facebook or whatever it may be, you can see who it's booked from, the address, the phone numbers. These 3 sections right here, this is actually what you can hostess coach from. And the reason why I have it in here is, let's say that something happens on a Wednesday evening and you've got to go. You can't be at the house. You can't be sitting at your desk, but you told your hostesses you were going to call them on Wednesday between 6 and 8. It's okay. Just take this with you. When you're doing your hostess coaching, you can be marking it off here no matter what call that you're on. And there's plenty of room over here for directions or notes while you're talking to them. So stuff like confirming the date, when did you mail out the invitations, when did you, the consultant, mail out the invitations, going over the pre-party games, all of that stuff, that's all here on this list, and then again a place for notes. The other side of this is like your party recap. And on here it has the total number of guests that are in attendance, the party sales, what your order totals were, did she sell the party squares and how much those were, because those are kind of part of the party sales but kind of not. How much did the hostess earn? A place for you to put what incentives that she ordered, because you can see what she has, so that with follow-up and stuff like that later you can say, oh, I see you received this, but you had this on your wish list, so do you want to have another party? Are you ready to place an order? That kind of thing for customer care. Has a place to list who you have to mail hostess packets to if you didn't give them to them right there. If you did, if you were using the Divas Success System and you had them and you handed them right to them, still list on here who booked parties from her show so that you'll be able to keep track of that And then the same thing with recruits. And then one of the most important parts, thank you card sent to the hostess. Remember always, always, always to send a thank you card. And what I used to do, I would order the postcards from Vistaprint, the great big ones. You can get 50 of them for free when they do that promotion. And I kept them in my car. And I'd have them stamped and everything. And so as I was leaving the show, you know, before I even walked into my own house, I would write a note so that it was personalized. Something that had to do with that party. Maybe she had the best brownies ever, or the best group of friends, or whatever it may be, and you can stick that right in the mail the very next day. So this keeps everything. When you receive your guest list, you put it in here. When the show is over, you put all of the order forms in here, and you can then keep everybody by party. And again, you put this in chronologically, and if you are using your little box for your Diva customer care cards, then you have all the information that you need to do individual customer care, but this keeps all of your party information together. So if you have any questions, I'd love if you comment below, or you can send me an email to partyplandivas@gmail.com. And as always, if you want to join our community and get all of these tips, all of these ideas, all of these templates, you can join us for as little as $12.95 a month by going to partyplandivas.com. Thanks, everybody. Bye.